So you punch your salary into one of those online mortgage calculators, you hit enter, and a number appears, and your dream house is within reach. But then you ask yourself, could I really afford that payment without eating instant ramen for the next 30 years? Well, that's actually a smart question because those calculators tell you the maximum a bank might lend you, not what you can comfortably live with. But have no fear because today we're going to find your real affordability number that won't make your life miserable and that will give you a budget that you can actually feel confident in. So let's get into it. Number one, the online calculator trap. First, let's talk about why online calculators can be so misleading. They're designed to show you the maximum a bank might lend you, and some don't factor in your car payments, student loans, savings goals, or the fact that you'd actually like to go out for dinner once in a while because having a life is not a factor in their algorithm. It's telling you what you can actually borrow, not what you can comfortably afford. So let's look at that now. Number two, the 2836 rule, your guardrails for affordability. So let's start with the most important guideline in the mortgage industry, 2836 rule. Think of the 2836 rule as a set of financial guardrails to keep you from becoming house poor. Here's how it works. The first number, 28, means your target housing payment should not be more than 28% of your gross monthly income. Hopefully, and I'm not saying that your monthly income is gross. Gross monthly income is the same as your income before taxes, okay? So don't get all sensitive on me. For the second number, 36, you take all of your monthly debt payments, including your car payments, student loans. Total of all those monthly debt payments plus your housing payments should be within 36% of your gross monthly income. So, housing payment alone should not exceed 28% of your gross monthly income, and your housing payment plus your monthly debt payments should not exceed 36% of your gross monthly income. But let's also break it down with an example. Let's say you make $6,000 a month before taxes. The 28% rule says your target housing payment should be at or below $1,680. The 36% rule says your total debt limit is $2,160. Now, here's the comparison. What would a typical loan calculator tell you? Well, most are programmed to use a much more aggressive debt to income ratio, often pushing the limit to about 43%. So, because, who doesn't love living on the financial edge, right? We all do. Well, with their formula, the total debt limit would be $2,580 per month. Now, let's put that side by side. Your comfortable budget, $2,160 per month, and the calculator's max budget, $2,580 per month. That's a difference of $420 every single month, and the difference between affording tacos and making your own soap to save $2, which is actually a good idea. Now let's make sure we understand mortgage payments. Number three, PITI, the 4 parts of a mortgage payment. So we got $1,680 a month, and let's go over what that includes. A mortgage payment has 4 parts, and the acronym is PITI, referred to as PITI because mortgage payments are PITI. P stands for principal. This is the part of your payment that actually pays down the loan. That's the good part. We like that part. I is for interest. That's the interest that you pay the bank. T is for taxes, the property taxes. I is for insurance. That's your homeowner's insurance premium. And here's the thing. There can either be a 5th or a 6th part. If you put down less than 20%, you'll also have PMI, private mortgage insurance. And if you buy a condo or a house in certain neighborhoods, you'll have HOA fees, Homeowners Insurance Association. So your real monthly housing cost is PITI plus maybe PMI if you're putting down less than 20% and your HOA fees if applicable. So next, let's look at the difference that your down payment can make. Number 4, down payment effect, a powerful tool. So one way you can control your monthly payment is by how much you put down in your down payment. The higher your down payment, the lower your monthly payment. Let's say you're buying a $400,000 house. So first scenario, let's imagine that you put down 20%, which is $80,000. At current interest rates, your principal and interest payment will be about $2,000. And because you put down 20%, your PMI payment is 0. Now, let's look at a 5% down payment, which is $20,000. At current interest rates, your principal and interest payment will be about $2,400 per month. And because you put down less than 20%, you now have to pay PMI, which in this scenario would be an extra $200 per month for a total payment of $2,600 per month. So by putting down 20% instead of 5%, your monthly payment in this scenario will be $600 lower every single month, and over the 5 years, that's a savings of $36,000. Big savings. Let's go on to the next one. Number 5, your lifestyle stress test and next steps. So we've used the 2836 rule to find a target monthly payment, and you understand it needs to include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. You have a real number. Now let's do the lifestyle stress test, aka the can I still afford to exist test, because you want to still exist. Okay, let's look at that payment number and put it into your real life budget. With that payment, can you still afford to save for retirement? That's important. It's going to come. Can you still build up your emergency fund? You need that. Can you afford to travel, enjoy hobbies, handle a surprise car repair? If the answer is no, you got to lower the purchase price. The goal is to own a home, not for the home to own you and to make your life miserable. And so what's the first step? The first step is talk to a mortgage lender. They'll do a full review of your finances, make sure they have all your debt, income, and get you a pre-approval. That pre-approval is what you need when you start seeing homes and making offers. So answering how much house can I afford is not about getting a number from a website, as much as we love websites. It's about determining a number that fits your personal lifestyle. If this video helped save you from a lifetime of regret, instant coffee, and hell, please hit that like button and subscribe for more straightforward advice on your home buying journey. And as always, if you have any questions or need a recommendation for a great agent in your area, my contact information is below. Thank you for watching. Now go forth and find a home that you won't hate yourself for.